1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, y'all. What up? This is Theo to the Future. This is going to be a reaction video, and I was just looking for some videos to react to in the gaming sphere of YouTube. And I found this video that struck my interest. It is very intriguing. The title is, Are Games Losing Their Identity? What does that mean? I don't know, but I'm interested to find out. So I'm going to check out this video by YouTuber Arrrash, or Arrrash. You know, I don't know anything about this guy, but check out his channel. We're going to see what this video is about. And I don't know, this is reminding me of the days when you could like do a video response to people. Like, I feel like that's what reactions are. Reaction videos are the video responses of today. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Are games losing their identity? Let's see.
When you think of modern live service games, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Well, for me, sadly,
I would say, let me just answer that question. When I think of these games, I think of battle passes. I think of, you know, shops that have rotating items in them. I'm thinking of currencies that you have to buy. I'm thinking of a game trying to put out a base version and continuously upgrade it and try to continuously make money for as long as they can. That's what I think of when I think of live service games. Yeah, they're kind of like, they'll be put out and they're not the greatest. Sometimes they're not the greatest concepts, but they're, I don't know. That's what I think. An incomplete thought, but let's see what this guy thinks. Arrrash.
it's microtransactions.
Right.
Skins
part
and
of it.
crossover events.
Skins,
and while we have done a whole
crossover
video
events,
on
collabs,
the channel analyzing the effect that live service has had on your favorite games and franchises, one thing that we didn't really dive into in that video was the impact that this specifically had on the identity of those games. So to understand what I mean by the identity, let's take a trip back in
Explain
time
it
to
to
my
me.
favorite gaming generation. The gaming generation
Which
that
was?
made me fall in love with online multiplayer games, and that was the good old Xbox 360. The 360 had tons of different popular multiplayer games.
Is that
and
true?
Each of
Xbox 360 brought on that multiplayer vibe? I don't know about
them
that, but
felt
well, maybe for this
extremely
guy.
unique from each other in terms of art style and artistic vision. Just taking a one-year snapshot of the most played Xbox games in 2008 alone, you can see a great variety in the style of games. You had things like Halo 3, which was a sci-fi based FPS, Call of Duty 4, a modern military shooter, GTA 4, Gears, Gears 2, World at War, Guitar Hero.
Okay, can I just say, I know I get what he's trying to say, but in that list of games he just like listed off right there, Guitar Hero is like the only really unique one. The rest of them are just
All
shooters.
These games felt like they had their own identity, and each game analyzed by itself had a vision for not only the style of the game, but also the vibe and artistic vision that that game was trying to present. Now, many games during this generation did have skins that you could unlock, or as the generation continued on, even had skins that you could purchase from the store. But even then, they seemed to fit the games that they were in, especially the ones that you were unlocking. Whereas today, more and more things are added into games that completely clash with the setting or vision of the game, and you don't have to look very hard or long to run into cases of this.
I get what he's talking about now.
Halo 3 or Halo Reach. These games, especially Reach, had a ton of different armor pieces.
Yeah, it's a little weird if you're playing Call of Duty and then superheroes are in there. Yeah, that's a little strange. I understand that. It's weird for certain games
that you could pick from.
Yeah, Halo would be another one. If you just like, you know, you're playing Halo and all of a sudden Bugs Bunny is in there, that would be strange.
Quote unquote Halo in nature, even though you had all these different options that you could pick from. Even in Halo 3's case, where there actually was an IP crossover in the game, which was the Hayabusa armor, which actually is named after Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden.
Can we see
now,
it?
this armor, while samurai themed, still very much looked and felt like it fit in the Halo 3 universe.
That looks dope,
which is sort of
and I agree with him. I'm seeing where he's going with this, and I'm starting to agree.
Stark contrast to what we might have seen today. There's a good chance that if they did this same crossover today, you might have just seen Ryu Hayabusa Hayabusa copy and paste
he would just be there
straight into the game.
Right.
Even going back to some of the older Call of Duties of that same time, the camos felt much more grounded and didn't start to get more wacky until directly purchasable skins began to creep into the game, with Black Ops 2 being the first time that we would begin to see these.
What
the
did
thing
we
is
get
though
here?
that these skins, while not earnable in the game, were actually very reasonably priced, only costing 160 Microsoft points or about $2 USD.
Oh wow.
Not only would these give you a skin that you could use on any gun, they also gave you a calling card and unique reticles that you could use on your site.
So cheap.
In today's standards, these were an absolute steal, and I argue that in the Black Ops universe, some of these skins even somewhat fit to a certain degree. Oh, how far we have fallen. Now, this isn't to say I hate fun and that I don't like cool looking skins or crossovers. I mean, hell, I've bought a lot of the Halo crossovers.
I never played Call of Duty, so I'm curious as to what wacky skins they were given.
That there has been. But the question is, are these hurting the overall identity of the games that they're being brought into? And I think objectively, that answer is yes, even if we happen to enjoy bits and pieces of it. Today we get skins and crossovers in a variety of shapes and forms, some purely cosmetic and some more gameplay impacting. Fortnite really seemed to kick this crossover trend into a whole new gear, as it feels like a new crossover enters Fortnite almost every single week.
I'm glad you talked about them.
Obviously wasn't the
you can't talk about these collabs without talking about Fortnite.
First game to do a gaming crossover, but they are the first game to do them at the quantity they do. Now we do have to give Fortnite some credit though, because some of the things that they add into Fortnite actually do have some gameplay impact and changes,
and they're amazing,
aren't just
and it's
purely
so fun.
a skin in
it's
the
so
store,
fun.
though sometimes they very much are just that.
Hold up. Let's talk a little bit about the difference between Fortnite and a game like Halo and Call of Duty, which are very niche. They're like super niche, right? So you can't see Bugs Bunny running around in Halo or Call of Duty because that would just look weird. But in Fortnite is a universe. It's like a multiverse where all of these different worlds can come together and it doesn't look strange. There are like some games where it does not look strange in, and others where it's definitely just super out of place. Fortnite, you can put anybody in there and it'll work as long as they fit the character model. Call of Duty, Halo, not so much. It's more of a cosmetic, like inspire some of the costumes with collabs instead of having the actual character in there. I feel like it would fit better. It's just different.
Tons of real life people, brands, and other characters from different games have made their way to the Tilted Towers over the years, and it makes it really hard to put a finger on what the identity of Fortnite really is, other than a hodgepodge of various IP and brands from all over media. At times you could argue Fortnite itself almost feels like more of a marketing platform than an actual game, even though clearly the underlying game is enjoyed by millions of players.
Yeah, I understand.
What other game can you play?
The thing about Fortnite is that the story is there. It's just, I don't know, kind of convoluted and hard to follow, because while you're playing that game, you're doing quests and stuff that will teach you the storyline, but how many people are actually paying attention to all the dialogue and all the storyline while they're playing? They're just like, you go to the character, you click through, so you're not even following the story. But there is a story. There's definitely a story.
Ariana Grande and floss on a Doom guy after you 360 no-scope.
This is what I love about Fortnite.
Bro, what are you talking about?
I love that about Fortnite.
What other game can you play as Ariana Grande and floss on a Doom guy after you 360 no-scope?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Bro, what are
there
you
is
talking
no
about,
other
man?
game.
And you know what? That's probably for the best.
That's awesome.
Call of Duty is another franchise in recent times that has gotten some criticisms in this regard. Though in Call of Duty's case, it feels like that loss of identity is much more in the forefront. Unlike Fortnite, which sort of seemed to embrace skins and crossovers almost right out of the gate,
because
for decades, Call of Duty very much had a set identity that was dependent on which of the sub-series the game was set in and the time setting of the game. But today, those settings are nothing more than a mere suggestion in the background, as everything from anime waifu skins to the soccer star Messi himself have made their way into the game as playable characters.
I can see that.
Let's take a look back at the older World War II games like Call of Duty World at War and just compare this one-to-one with a product like Call of Duty Vanguard. When you do this, Vanguard doesn't even feel like a real World War II game. Rather, it's just a Call of Duty game with some World War II skins thrown on top of it for the hell of it. This also goes for the more modern era games like this past year's Modern Warfare 2. the stark contrast in the identity of Modern Warfare 2 from 2022 and the Modern Warfare 2 from 2009 is glaringly obvious, as you went from a grounded, modern military shooter with albeit some arcadey gameplay to an absolute clusterfuck of a game masquerading as
a business account could help boost
your
TikTok content.
Milsim shooter, while also allowing you to play as a superhero from The Boys or drop into Warzone as Nicki Minaj.
That's wild. Nicki Minaj is in there?
Out of the window in favor of anything that will sell more skins.
Hold on a second. Nicki Minaj
masquerading as a...
Y'all have Nicki Minaj in your game? Really? Y'all have Nicki Minaj and Snoop Dogg in your game? Okay. You know what? Fortnite has The Rock in it. He's not actually The Rock, but he's basically The Rock. And who else do we have? Who else does Fortnite have? What is that girl that was in Scott Pilgrim as the bitchy singer? Oh, the ex-girlfriend. She's in Fortnite too, so you know I can't really complain. But Nicki Minaj,
shooter, while also
she's a good rapper.
You to play as a
she's a great rapper
from The Boys or drop into Warzone as Nicki Minaj. Game identity has been thrown out of the window in favor of anything
Snoop
that will sell more skins.
Look at him.
Call of Duty and Fortnite aren't the only games doing this though. Almost every live service game is. Whether
I think it works in Fall Guys. And they have a unique avenue in which they can do it with costumes, and it really works well with the costumes, super well. So I think it works for Fall Guys too. There's one game, and I forget what it's called. I played it on this channel. I think it was like a arena game where you attacked each other and did like a rock paper scissors thing. I forget what it's called, but they tried to do collabs, and I remember they had a Sonic and Tails collab, and it was a costume, and I don't think that one worked well. I don't think that worked well at all. I think it would have been better to actually see the Sonic characters in that game. But yeah, it's just different. It really depends on the type of game and what the game
whether it's just skins or crossovers from other parts of media, they are literally everywhere. And while some of these do happen to pique my interest, overall they leave me wondering if the loss of identity has caused some of that stale feeling that a lot of modern multiplayer games have. Halo itself has gone on a rampage in this regard lately. While Halo Infinite certainly has skins of its own, a lot of it is actually pretty grounded in the Halo art style. Even the fracture cores, which are meant to be the more wacky and non-canon armor, still actually have that unique Halo feel to them, somewhat reminiscent of that Hayabusa armor back in the day. You could play as some World War II looking Spartan, or Spartan that looks like he kind of has a hazmat suit on.
See, these are cool. I'm really liking these skins. I've played Halo Infinite very briefly with my friends when it came out. But yeah, these skins look nice.
They still resemble a Spartan, which is a lot different than just tossing a celebrity straight into the tunnels of live fire. Yeah. So we do have to give props to Halo.
Shut up. Leave Fortnite alone.
Infinite in this regard. But that said, while Halo Infinite has stayed somewhat true to its art style, Halo itself has pimped out the IP as much as they can. And while I won't lie, I have purchased some of these, it is still very weird seeing Master Chief in Fortnite, Brawlhalla, and even the recent leaks for Rainbow Six Siege if they turn out to be true. Gaming crossovers and these wacky skins are seemingly here to stay, as more and more games have gone down this path in terms of microtransactions and customization. But I do find myself sometimes wishing that games were a bit more unique to their identities or true to their identities like they used to be. Skins are cool, and skins that fit the theme of the game do a much better job of making games feel unique. But the problem is with the arms race to have the coolest or most insane skins for people to spend their money on, just having some more grounded skins or armor pieces in the store just isn't going to cut it. And that's going to do it for the video. This one was a little bit shorter. I kind of wanted to talk about this because it feels like there's new gaming crossovers or media crossovers announced all the time, and it's becoming almost hard to keep up with. But I hope you enjoyed the video.
No, dude,
let me know what you think about these crossovers in the comments.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Other than that, I want to give a huge shout out to all the supporters on Patreon. You guys help keep the channel going, and I'm extremely thankful for that. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time.
Peep the socials. All right. Man, that was a great video. Arrrash. That was a really good video. Fantastic topic to have thought about, and you explained it really well. I'm really on your side about it, except I think that it depends on the game. It works for Fortnite because Fortnite is a mishmash, you know? they set it up so that universes collide. So it makes sense in Fortnite. It's been set up to work that way. Fall Guys is its own universe too, and they don't have the real characters. They come in with the costumes, which fits really well with that because it's just these little cute little beans wearing costumes, and it's adorable. Works for people. Games like Halo, Call of Duty, you know, other shooters. I don't know, because it's not like their worlds were set up to be multiverses. They're set in very stagnant universes. So I don't know. It's a very cool thing. I think it works for some, doesn't work for others, but I get where my boy here is coming from. Either way, thank you for watching. Go give this guy a like and a sub and a share and a follow. And if you're feeling extra nice, do the same for me. Peace and love. I'll see you guys next time. GG's.